All right, this is going to be a review lesson, especially just reviewing participles and how they're used. The first worksheet, the one that principal parts of verbs, this is a pretty straightforward worksheet. You're just going to be writing down the principal parts of the verbs there, just putting them into order. You see the example they give with interficio. And so they take interficio, number one there, instead of interfeci, interficio, interficere, interfectus, they arrange them into the order we usually see. The present first person singular, the infinitive, the perfect, and then the participle. So now they have interficio, interficere, interfeci, interfectus. So now we just need to do the rest of them. So then number two has navigare, navigavi, navigatus, navigo. And so we would just put these into order. We would put navigo, then we would put the infinitive, navigare, and then we would put the perfect, navigavi, and then navigatus. Or number three has positus, ponere, pono, posui. So we're just going to put them into order, put the present first, right? Pono, then ponere, then posui, and then positus. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm guessing you can do that without much help. Otherwise, you can always look in the back of the book, look at the vocabulary back there. The other one is going to involve some translating. And so the instructions are to complete the following by circling each participle, drawing an arrow to the noun it modifies, then identify the participle as present active or perfect passive, and decide whether it indicates an action happening at the same time as the main verb or an action that happened a time before. So, and then translate into English. I'm not quite as concerned about circling and drawing the arrow. Your translation will make that pretty clear. So let's look at number two together. Astrologus in cubiculum irrupit lacrimans. So we just have to find the participle. It's pretty easy. The participle is lacrimans. And then we can see that lacrimans, right, this is a nominative singular. So it goes with astrologus. So it's the crying astrologer, the weeping astrologer. But we would probably translate it something like, the astrologer rushed into the bedroom crying. And so we could, lacrimans is perfect active, which means that the action of crying is happening at the same time as irrupit. So we would just circle, I've highlighted same time as the main verb. The astrologer is both crying and rushing at the same time. Number three has principes rege vocati ad aulam venerant. And so we got to find the participle. We know that that's vocati. So we'd probably translate this something like, the princes, having been called by the king, came to the palace. Vocati, we can see, is a perfect passive participle, which means this action is happening sometime before the main verb. They were called before they came to the palace. Let's look at number four. Ancillae per herbam currentes patronum conspexerunt. So something like, there's our participle, currentes, right? So something like, the slave girls caught sight of Petro while they were running through the city. Or we could also say something like, while running through the city, the slave girls caught sight of Petro. Either way, we can see this is present active, and this is happening at the same time as the main verb. They caught sight of him while they were running. These two things are happening at the same time. All right, the rest of these I'm going to turn you loose on them, so you just need to finish those two worksheets and turn them into me.